ये फंस गया, इसे पार्टी की मीटिंग समझ के फंस गया।
A movie that confronts and reflects risks which can happen due to a topic that is so debatable on social media, which is called nepotism. This film has the similar tropes that any spy or political thriller would have. The only change that the makers have done here is just reversing the gender. Also, surprisingly, makers have opted for 16:10 aspect ratio for this movie, which I really didn't get why. But as unusual as it looks on the screen, I still respect the decision of the makers on this. As the film follows the themes of nepotism, so I think the casting has been done perfectly here to resonate the screenplay. And it provides that meta reference as well. That ways the audience feel more connected. So I have watched Ulaj in theatre, which means entangled and confusing, and the film totally lives up to that title with its screenplay, as the writing gets more and more convoluted by each frame passing by. So hello everyone, welcome to Cine Samvad. Today we'll take a dive into the nuances of the movie Ulaj and tries to talk about some good, bad and few noteworthy aspects of this film. This movie dives into the world of nations diplomats or Indian foreign services. A thriller exploring these type of themes is not very new in Bollywood. It still has those similar tropes of a spy thriller movies, which we must have seen many times already in the films. The plot of the movie revolves around the character of Suhana Bhatia, played by Janhvi Kapoor, who has somehow landed a posting as the youngest Deputy High Commissioner of India in the Indian Foreign Services. And by this, she will be the third generation civil servant in her family. Her father Vanraj Bhatia, played by Adil Hussain, is also appointed as India's permanent representative to the United Nations. As Suhana's posting raised certain eyebrows already, including her father, who also questions about her posting. But she is very much determined to prove herself on the job when she got posted in UK as Deputy High Commissioner. However, she soon finds out that she is getting entangled in situations one after another in a web of conspiracies. She constantly gets played on by Nakul, played by Gulshan Devaiya, which gets more scarier by time and puts her in the situations in which she can possibly lose her job and dignity. The movie further explores how she gets out of it by realizing that she was just a collateral in a much larger game. Now jumping to my overall review of the film, so I think it has the tight screenplay and writing, with enough twists and turns that any spy thriller movie should have. The movie has the ability to grab the viewer's attention from the very first few frames of the film, and it overall maintains that ongoing momentum until the end, as it doesn't diverge itself for any other unnecessary subplot. I think the movie is detailed and well researched, and it does check all the tick boxes that are required in any spy or political thriller, and it deals with the traps that has been planted for Suhana, played by Janhvi Kapoor, and progresses as how she is going to fight through all this, being totally untrained for the situation. Suhana is quite sure and confident of herself that she will prove that she is deserving of the position she's been offered as a Deputy High Commissioner in London. And all this is not because she came from an illustrious family of high-ranking civil servants. In her first few days in the office, Suhana greets her team of raw agents, Jacob, played by Miyang Chang, and Sebin Kutti, played by Roshan Mathew, who are not at all happy with her appointment and view her deputation as a result of nepotism. She also has her own personal driver named Salim, played by Rajesh Telang, who acts as a father figure to her and is readily available for her in need of any advice and guidance. Afterwards, in a party that is hosted by the Indian High Commission with every big officer and diplomat, Suhana meets Nakul, played by Gulshan Devaiya, who pretends himself as a chef and is a master in changing languages and accents too quickly. As expected, a romance narrative begins between these two, but it was foreseen already in the screenplay that something wrong is going to happen. And this is what happens as Suhana's life begins to crumble when Devaiya's character resorts to blackmailing her with the intimate video of both of them in exchange for some trade secrets and the secret intelligence regarding the undercover officers. As Suhana doesn't want her father to be in any trouble, and when she didn't have any choice, she gives in everything to Nakul as asked and gets herself guilty of revealing such confidential information and somehow gets the Indian security at risk. Later in the film, anything that she does to outsmart Nakul, she finds herself sinking more deeper into the conspiracies and almost reaches a point where there is no coming back at all. Movie's first half sets up the narrative and keeps you on edge with its progression. In spite, the movie starts a little slow paced, but it picks up the pace in its predictable screenplay. The movie still hits you below the belt with its shocking revelations until the interval. In its second half, the story is turmoil itself with so many characters and revelations that feel somewhat convoluted and hard to follow sometimes. Movie rests mostly on Suhana's shoulders, but there are many other characters as well who have supported her well. Majorly the character of Sabin Kutti, who have played the major part in supporting her and helping her with all the mind and tech in order to reveal everything. The movie convinces you that no character is trustworthy and the main lead needs to be smart and cautious while taking any decisions. In the first half, movie flows so fast in setting up the romance and betrayal that it doesn't look that convincing. As we know that Suhana's character is actually at such a high ranking post, so she should be cautious enough to fall in such an easy trap. Her character's lack of judgment and discretion feels questionable when she gets into the romance angle with Devaiya's character. Also, there is a reason why I am not associating any name with Gulshan Devaiya's role, as his identity was not really gets revealed in the film. He was called by various names like Nakul or David. All we can say that he's a spy or an agent, which I think is quite smart on the maker's end as his character remains mysterious to the viewers all the time. After getting blackmailed from Nakul, Suhana really doesn't take any action as such to overcome the situation. Instead, she gives herself all in to reveal every secret to Nakul, and her eyes gets open only when the situation gets too tense for her, when her colleague Jacob falls in the trap too because of her. Honestly, as a political thriller, movie feels so much gripping in few parts and falls flat and offers nothing surprising in another parts. As the film has many loose ends that are so subtle in the screenplay. When the movie turns into its second half and when the stakes are too high, the film just flows so conveniently with every action and the decision of Suhana's character, where she was unable to do anything in the first half and everything was just going against her. In the other half, everything just starts working out for her when she decides to actually take certain actions to what she has already done, where Roshan Matthews' character make alliances with her and they both start some mission to locate the infiltrated people in the RAW and the Indian High Commission office. The overall cinematography and the production design of the movie looks crisp and quite impressive. Also, the sound design and the background score totally suits the narrative and it blends in smoothly in the shocking moments as well. Plus, I must say that the director Sudhanshu Saria has done an amazing job here, as the direction of the movie is really a standout, and it is undeniably the film's greatest and the strongest elements. Performances wise, Janhvi Kapoor has pulled off the character of Suhana Bhatia very convincingly. She has delivered a fitted performance in her role, and in my opinion, it is one of the best performances of her in a movie. Gulshan Devaiya's performance was a wow element for me. I was hoping that his character to explore more depth and a screen space, as it was not quite sufficient in the film. But all in all, he was the best for me in the whole film. Overall, despite few flaws, Ulaj is surely an engaging and interesting watch. Also, it has a cliffhanger as well in the end, when new character and the new revelation unfolds in the film, and it really has a scope for its sequel in the future. Now, turning to the marks of the film, so I would give this one an honest 7 out of 10. I think movie is very much engaging throughout. It certainly aims to clear the stereotypes that Bollywood follows mostly in the nation-driven spy films, with taking a different route altogether with its writing. However, the clear flaws in the film's storytelling are something that makes certain things really mysterious and questionable as well. Movie becomes so much predictable in its proceedings in the second half, but I think it still holds itself well in the overall screenplay.
क्या सोचा तुमने? बच जाओगे?
यार मुझे सोचने के पैसे नहीं मिलते. I get paid.
So that concludes my review and few thoughts on the film Ulaj, starring Janhvi Kapoor and Gulshan Devaiya. In my opinion, the film is really a good watch for anyone who likes a good spy thriller. It surely has the capability to entertain its viewers. You too, please share your thoughts in the comment section of the video on the movie Ulaj and let's have a healthy discussion around it. Also, if you have enjoyed this review, So please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel for more content ahead. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Cinesamvad for short reviews and cinematic insights. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next one. Cheers.